Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Jazzy Video Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing our horror movie night in the cave. We'll probably put what we talked about last week into next week. We might go in a little bit at the end of all this, but I have two movies for you. The first one is Twisted. It follows two millennials who flip New York apartments they don't own to new buyers who don't know they are being scammed. The con works brilliantly until they run into an apartment owner with a dark secret who flips the game on them. Directed by Darren Lynn Bozeman. Um, this starred. See now they has all the Jimin Hansu, who is very popular, very good in this movie, by the way. I gotta sit here and look. And Lauren Lavera, that's who I want to talk about before we like went into everything. That is the girl from Terrifier. She's very good in this. It's also nice to see her in something other than Terrifier, by the way. And Mia Healy, I don't know why all of a sudden they decide to like maybe they want people to know that Neil McDonough is in this movie, but he's barely in this movie. So and so is Alicia Witt. So it's kind of like, yeah, those are the two biggest names. They have them up top on the IMDb page, but they really are not real big, huge factors into this movie. So you have to sit here and actually like look for the people you're looking for. So sorry about that. But yes, those the top two actors in Jamin, J- I'd say Jamon Hansu. Sorry if I am completely wrong on that. And Lauren Lavera, um, really good job in this. Um, basically, these two females are dating, and that is Smith and it doesn't have her name on this, of course. So Mia Healy and Lauren Lavera, they are in a relationship and they scam people by like how do I like Airbnb in a house and then kind of like leasing it out after they get the Airbnb, but of course lease isn't worth anything like that. So you kind of start with that and you see the scam. And then they meet Jamoon Hansu, who is a brilliant neurosurgeon who misses his wife, and he kind of kidnaps Lauren, and then that's kind of like where all the story is. This is a crazy movie. It's kind of like a topsy turvy movie, and it has like interesting parts about it. It kind of falls a little bit short, and it kind of just kind of ends, and it doesn't really have like it's kind of like an climactic ending, really, to be truthful with you. I don't know if I 100% understood it from what I get from it. I don't know like how well that will be talked about. It has a 4.7 on IMDb, so it is not very well done. It is 2026. I don't know if it had a release date. Let's see if it has a release date here. I don't remember it being in theaters, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't in theaters. Release date February 6th. So yeah, I definitely saw it when it came out on Amazon. This is worth a watch if you like horror and you kind of like the new school horror stuff. If you like Twisted Pictures, that's like the studio that brought like Saw and a couple other movies. You might want to check it out too. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just kind of there. And then that's where we are with those movies, and it's under an hour and a half, so we like that. So, um, yeah, I'd probably give it like a C minus. C, yeah, I'll go C minus. It wasn't like terrible, but it wasn't like the best thing ever. But it's something worth a watch, especially if you like Lauren Lavera or you like Terrifier. Like I said, it is cool to see her in something else. And that is Twisted, directed by Darren Lynn Bozeman. And the second one here is um from last year, and I don't know if it is anything to do with it, but we'll start here. A Ouija, a new beginning. Molly Price is a woman on the run, but when her oldest daughter finds a Ouija board and attempts to communicate with her deceased father, she invites the spirit of an ancient witch into her soul and puts the entire family at risk. This is directed by Jason Hawkins, and it is starring. I don't even have pictures, so I don't even know where to start with this. But basically, I would pass on this movie if you can. If you want to just kind of like see what a bad movie is, this is like an example of that. Um, from the fact that okay, we can get over the fact that not every movie is gonna have like great actors, so we're kind of gonna go past that. Just the story wise and everything that's involved with it, it's like overly complicated for an hour and a half movie, and then on top of that, it like you just don't like the oldest daughter, and you're not even sure like what the age is because at one point in time she says I'm gonna run away to Hollywood when I turn 18, or just maybe it's just one day or something. Maybe I missed the line, and then she yells at the youngest one who wants to go with her and says you're only 16. So it's one 18, one 16, and then like on top of it, like she just don't get along with no one, and it's kind of like her like they made the daughter over bitchy for no reason when you probably could have did other things and like expanded on the story. And then I thought the lady was from Lou, but it wasn't, and it was just this movie just wasn't very good. I give it an F. Like I said, do not watch this movie unless you're just kind of like wondering what a bad horror movie would be, because this is definitely a prime example of a bad horror movie here. Um, it's not that it's not just my taste or anything like that. It's just you have to like kind of watch it and understand. Like even like I said, with the poor acting and stuff like this, just the poor dialogue, the poor like. Then like one point they're in a diner and the girl's just making faces with the kid, and that's kind of distracting. But I think that was like kind of the point is to like show that that girl is likable to everyone, and the other girl isn't likable. So like they had like the implements of there, they kind of knew what they were doing. They just didn't know, like maybe like AI wrote it or something. I don't even know. I don't even know if there's anything to do with the other Ouija movies. I don't know what it is at all. I don't know how it is involved with that. If like people just got together and like, I think we're gonna make a Ouija movie, and then, like this happened because that could very well be this movie if you watch it. Came out March 4th, 2025, and it doesn't look like it has like, so it definitely was, like, straight to, like, Shutter or whatever service I watched it on, and it is just crazy. Then, like, randomly, like, the deceased father, I think, shows up at the end too, so I don't even know, like, what the fuck this movie was. This would definitely been a good, like, candidate to, like, rip apart just on, like, a live stream or something because there's just so much fun that you could have with just the oldest daughter and the young daughter's interactions alone with the dialogue and stuff like that is worth making fun of or just watching. This would be a good movie to like put on when you're stoned with a buddy and you don't have anything to do for like an hour and you just want to make fun of something. Like this, you'll definitely get a lot of stuff to make fun of this movie. So that is a Ouija. Um, I don't even know what the tagline is. A Ouija, A New Beginning, directed by Jason Hawkins. So we'll talk about it a little bit. I did like expand a little bit farther even on my own. I'm still trying to think of like how to get the writing on to here while we're doing it. Cause like I use like so I'll figure it out. But basically what I was thinking is I when we left off last time was to do a story around wrestling, which would work. I thought about it and I was like, the best way to do this is like if you did it where you involve like a small town and like the promoters in on it, the town, a couple of townspeople are in on it. And like I said, the 90s would be perfect. And you get the promoter to get them into the town, and then they kind of get picked off one by one on the town, is what I was thinking we would do. And um, that was one way I was thinking of going. Or another way I was thinking of going was a wrestling con because, like I said, we were going to have the hazing incident. We could have the kid. We could even do this with that though. We could have the kids be the wrestlers' kids that hazed him back in the day, and he's getting his revenge on those kids. And then, like, you know what I mean? So, like, something like that is what I was thinking to interlink them all. And that's just why I didn't really want to do more of that this week because I wanted to like kind of get a better picture of what I wanted in my head so we could kind of talk it out more, or I could talk it out more with you, and then we could go on from there. So next week we will for sure do that for like 10 minutes next week or whatever. I'll have a better idea of what I want to go from where we want to go to, and then we'll just start outlining it. Um, the best we can. I'll probably get a whiteboard. That's probably the best way to do it. Just like do it, write it down, or put it up or something. So even though my handwriting sucks. Please like on the Facebook page, guys. Please subscribe or follow or whatever. We're almost there, like I said, for some live streams, which will be fun. Same on YouTube. If you watch YouTube, subscribe there, like there. Thank you guys very much for watching, and please have a good rest of your day or night.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comment section. And see you next time in the cave.